Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is not that far away. We know that it will be dropping in 2023, but before we get to the game itself releasing and us getting a chance to go on ahead and play it, I wanted to go on ahead and make a quick video discussing 10 costumes that I hope to see appear in this game. Now, of course, guys, let's make this interactive. First and foremost, smash the thumbs up button. And second of all, more importantly even, let me know down in the comment section below. I know that 10 is actually kind of difficult to come up with, especially because the first game had so many suits already, but go on ahead and at least name 3 costumes that you would love to see in this second game. And again, another rule is that it cannot be a suit that actually appeared in Marvel Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man DLC, nor the Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales video games. So with that all in mind, let's rock and let's roll. So let's get the most obvious one out of the way, because I know this one is going to be popular. I know a lot of people will pick this one, and that's the symbiote suit. We know that Venom is in this game, and obviously as soon as you have Spider-Man and Venom, or Spider-Man and a symbiote somewhere near each other, we immediately go on ahead and jump to the idea of a symbiote being present, hence why a symbiote suit is something that we would all love to see. So let's just get that one right out of the way. Some other kind of no-brainer picks here would be the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. Yes, we got the Amazing Spider-Man 1 costume in the previous game, but I would love to see the Amazing Spider-Man 2 costume featured in this game as well, just so that we kind of have our way to go on ahead and play as the 2 iconic looks that Andrew Garfield's suit had. Next, let's give Ben Reilly the spotlight, because I actually think 2 different costumes would be really cool to see for Ben Reilly. Now, we have seen before a costume for him, so obviously I'm well aware of the fact that he has been featured previously. However, I've always liked this particular design for the Ben Reilly Spider-Man a lot better, so I personally would love to see this particular iteration be featured in this upcoming game. And then we're gonna get way more modern with it, because for those that don't know, Ben Reilly has actually been rocking a brand new moniker and a brand new costume to go with it in the current day and age of the Spider-Man comics, where he is known as Chasm, and I love this design. I would love to see this one featured in some gameplay moments. I think it could have some really cool abilities to go along with it, as far as like cool weapons that it could generate. But regardless, I think this is a sick looking costume. Another one that's an absolute no-brainer would be the Superior Spider-Man. That would be a really cool way to reuse the tentacle arms that they've used for Iron Spider before, now going on ahead and applying that to the Superior Spider-Man suit. I think that one is almost like a lock. I would almost be shocked if it is not featured in the game, just because that's one of the more iconic iterations of Spider-Man, at least in recent history, that was not featured in the previous games. So I think that this one is a very safe bet to actually be in the game. Next, we're getting a little bit obscure, but it is a character that has in recent times actually been getting a lot more attention, both in the media and also even in merchandise, which is kind of surprising. We've seen SH Figure Arts release an action figure for this character. We then also saw Marvel Legends release one as well. And I'm of course talking about the Japanese Spider-Man. I think this would be such a cool character to go on ahead and include, especially if they could maybe somehow, some way incorporate the big giant robot thing that he would summon, almost kind of like a Megazord sort of thing. If he could maybe like transform into that or something along those lines, I think that would be so freaking cool. But even if they can't go on ahead and incorporate the giant robot, just Japanese Spider-Man would be super cool to see. For the next 3 suits that I'm going to be discussing, I really wanted to go on ahead and mention why I'm bringing these up. And that's mostly because the first game really did a great job of tackling the different costumes from the live action films. I think they did a pretty good job, with the exception of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit, to showcase pretty much every single costume that we could kind of hope for in terms of live action. And I think they did excellent work there. Then the Miles Morales video game did a pretty good job of paying homage to Miles' appearances in the Into the Spider-Verse, so I think that was well done as well. But one thing that has been kind of omitted and hasn't really gotten a whole lot of attention are actually the animated shows, because a lot of us actually were introduced to Spider-Man through those animated shows, whichever one it might be, whether it's Ultimate Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, the 90s show, it doesn't really matter which iteration. but at least one of those is probably one that is very, very, very important in your life as far as something that you remember very fondly. And so I thought that picking 3 suits from the 3 most iconic, I feel like, shows would make perfect sense. So which ones did I choose? Well, first and foremost, we have, of course, the 90s Spider-Man. I think this one would be absolutely awesome. And again, when I'm saying this, I really want these suits to actually look like they did in the show, meaning that they should be done up in that kind of cel-shaded design, which is something that they did before with some of the Spider-Verse costumes and such. So because of that, I think it is possible. So I would love to see the 90s Spider-Man. Next, we have the Unlimited Spider-Man, and I think one of the reasons why I would love to see this suit is because it's actually a really cool, unique looking costume compared to everything else. So I think it will stand out just for that. And last but certainly not least, my personal favorite iteration of animated Spidey, and that is Spectacular Spider-Man. I would love to see that costume done up in this game as well. And last but certainly not least, I am going to go on ahead and select Zombie Spider-Man. Yes, I think Zombie Spider-Man would be a really cool character to throw in here. I know for those of you that have probably only watched What If or the Marvel Zombies side of things, you're probably like, what? Zombie Spider-Man? He's a zombie slayer in that. What are you talking about? Well, in the original comics, he actually is a zombie, so I think that it would be really cool if they went ahead and adapted that look into this game as an alternate costume. So there you have it, guys. A little bit of everything, a little bit for everyone. There's attention to the animated shows, to the comic books, both more obscure and more recent stuff as well. I think that I kind of did a pretty good job of showcasing different looks, different costumes, and paying homage to both classic things while also going on ahead and taking into account some more modern stuff. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know which suits I missed out on down in the comment section below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you're excited for Marvel Spider-Man 2 for all news and updates here on the channel. Have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.